Okay, so from other DStv Premiership fixtures that did take place over the weekend, right? So, yeah, well, Golden. Let's go straight to KZN, right? Golden Arrows took on TS Galaxy again, and TS Galaxy won the game by 2 goals to 0 away from home. You understand? And for Golden Arrows, I mean, the miserable run continues because now they've lost their sixth game in a row. You understand? Whereas like Arrows now, like they were boosted by the return of Nox Mutizwa, Tabani Dube, Lungile Nguse, as well as Lungile Dube. You know, as like those were basically the four changes following that narrow 1-0 home defeat to Orlando Pirates just a fortnight ago, right? And we look at the TS Galaxy, the Rockets. You know, the Rockets named an unchanged starting 11, you know, from that team that did start the game in the Carling Knockout Cup against Stellenbosch FC at the Moses Mabhida Stadium on the 16th of December, right? There was only just one change with Tabang Samaje coming in for the suspended Max Munyai, right? And if we look at how the complexion of the game, how it was, you know, the game got off to a bright start, you know, as guess what? TS Galaxy were actually the first team to threaten. As we saw with Kamohela Sibilebele, he had an early chance in the 9th minute. You understand? Unfortunately, his header was just like saved by goalkeeper Sfiso Lungwana in the Golden Arrows in the Golden Arrows post. You know, and then 3 minutes later, also Arrows had a great chance. But that was basically for me, it was a team header, you know, by Bradley Goss, as it was easily saved by shotstopper Fakre Ntwari, the #1 goalkeeper for the Rwandan national team. From that point onwards, the game did slow down from that point onwards, forcing, you know, coach Said Ramovich to actually make a change on the hour mark, having to bring in Nurkovic for Mujela to add like some more speed and strength up front, you know, because that's one thing that was actually lacking for TS Galaxy from that point onwards, because, you know, it was an on and off game. You know, yes, there were breaks in between that actually like forced some stoppages in terms of play, but in terms of the game. But yeah, second half, there was really not much to separate both teams. You know, up until in the 72nd minute when Samir Nurkovic actually broke the deadlock, which was a great goal. Great team play from TS Galaxy, and a great goal by the substitute super sub Samir Nurkovic. That is just like his second goal in just as many games. Remember, he did score in that semi-final win over Amazulu, that 3-2 semi-final win over Amazulu. So basically, this is his second goal. This is his third goal of the season. You understand, in all competitions. And you know, the game was beyond any reasonable doubt that was put to bed in the 85th minute of the game, as in Kosikona Hadebe actually like got the second goal in the 85th minute, putting the game beyond any reasonable doubt, inflicting more misery on Mabuti Kanyeza's charges. I mean, yeah, we all knew that Golden Arrows weren't gonna keep up with the bright start that they had to the season, you know, because now they've fallen off very badly from a team that was like second place not so long ago. Now they languish in 8th position with this defeat. You understand? And as for TS Galaxy, it is their first league victory in as many games. Remember, they did lose to Sikukune United. They also did lose to Royal AM not so long ago. So it is their first victory in the league in as many games. So hopefully this is a starting point for them after, you know, they are hoping to heal from that, you know, cup defeat. You understand? Because they were in control of that game in the final against the Stellies. But you understand, they conceded a goal and they were just not clinical in front of goal. They could have killed that game off. So now, hopefully, this is just a way of them overcoming that defeat in the final, because that's how it is, man. You know, if you don't take your chances, if you don't capitalize on the fact that you're in complete control of the game, you will be punished eventually. But congratulations to the Rockets once again. We still stay in KwaZulu-Natal, right? Let's go straight to Pietermaritzburg, the Harry Gwala Stadium. Royal AM 0, Morocco Solos 0. There's really, from my own perspective, there's really not much to say about that game, because it was really, Man, there was not really much to say, to be honest. It was not really entertaining. There was not much enterprise in that game, to say the least. Apart from the fact that, look, for Morocco Swallows now, their winless run has now extended to 5 matches. And remember, bear in mind that Royal AM coming into this game, they came off the back of back-to-back victories, winning their last 2 games in a row, coming into this game against Morocco Swallows. And as well as John Maduka, he only made 1 change, with Sbusiso Makaka coming in for Spesihle Msomi. So, apart from that, when you look at the action throughout the 90 minutes, no, it was just not an enterprising game, to say the least, which speaks again to the quality, the standard of South African football once again. It's just really not up to scratch. It's really not, serving, the main purpose of actually improving the game in our country. And again, it really speaks to the quality. Maybe the pitch was just not in good condition. Maybe it's because the players just lacked the quality. But yeah, it was just very disappointing to watch that game. Very disappointing. Very disappointing performance from both clubs, Morocco Swallows as well as Royal AM. That's why I say let's just go straight to the Chippa United versus Polokwane City game. I did talk much about this game, that both of these teams was only separated by a point. You understand? And victory for either side would see them going into the top 8. And guess who did get the victory? The main Polokwane City, rise and shine. You understand? Winning this game by 2-1. So basically, this was their first away victory of the season in the league since defeating Golden Arrows. You understand? This was just their first away victory of the season. And remember, they haven't scored away from home in 2 months. The last time they scored away from home coming into this one was on the 27th of October against Orlando Pirates in that 1-1 draw. And I guess that was the last time Letlono Lesiema was at the helm of Polokwane City before moving on to their crosstown rivals, Chippa United. So it was a bright start from Chippa. Chippa dominated the entire game. They were dominant. You understand? They had more ball possession. Chippa had 64% of the ball. You understand? They were more dominant compared to their away opponents, Rise and Shine. But it was Polokwane City that did take the lead eventually. It was some poor defending once again from Chippa United. And, it was only to be, and great, awareness, great awareness. He was just great awareness, and he was also in the right position at the right time, as well as great anticipation by Oswin Appollis, who was there to capitalize on some poor defending from the home side to actually give the Polokwane City the lead in the 15th minute of the game, scoring his 3rd league goal of the season. And then shortly afterwards, Polokwane City did double their advantage, which again was a great goal, combining with Mfuno, the Polokwane City striker Mfuno, setting up Appollis, who slotted the ball on his left foot straight into the bottom right corner of the goalkeeper, giving goalkeeper of Chippa United no chance of actually saving that one, scoring his brace, getting his 4th league goal of the season in just 15 matches this season. And you know what? He did get a deserved Bafana call-up, did Oswin Appollis, and he has had a wonderful season for Rise and Shine. From that point onwards, we saw Chippa did show much more intent in wanting to get back into the game. Like I said, they were very dominant, but it wasn't meant to be. Yes, they did get some reward. In the 66th minute, Ayabulele Maqwaka, getting his first goal for Chippa United. You understand? And from that point onwards, we could see Polokwane City could have wrapped up the game a long time ago. Appollis could have had a hat-trick. You understand? He had a couple of chances. The first chance was saved by the goalkeeper. The other one, he just dragged his shot off target. But great win for Polokwane City, because now this victory takes them up to 7th position. As well as for Chippa United, they now drop to 12th position. So, yeah. It's just so much more. It's incredible how 3 points, just getting those crucial 3 points, can make so much of a difference. You understand? And when you drop points, or if you lose a game of football, it can make so much of a difference in terms of your season and where the position that you might land yourself in.